Hello guys, it's Maca here giving you the 5 best bets for week 5 of the NFL season. Just before we start with my bet selections, we're going to recap last week. It was a 4 out of 5, an 80% hit. Unfortunately, the Seahawks and the Giants match went well under. So fortunately, didn't get the 5 out of 5, but 4 out of 5, 80% is fantastic. Again, we always try to achieve 3 out of 5, go over the 50%. And so far of the season, we are 70%, 7 out of 10 within the 2 weeks. So not bad. Got to keep it up. So let's get into it. But please remember to like and subscribe. Comment any of my selections you may agree or disagree. And please always remember, if you bet into, obviously gamble responsibly and only gamble what you can afford. Right, let's get into the picks. Bet number 5 sees the Jacksonville Jaguars travelling to the Buffalo Bills, although not travelling to the Buffalo Bills. They're both travelling to London, or should we say the Jacksonville Jaguars have stayed over there from last week's result, beating Atlanta. Buffalo are the home team in this game. They're in tremendous form after losing to the Jets week 1. Incredible. Josh Allen is at the moment favourite for the MVP earlier in the season. And credit bounced back to him after the first game. He looked a bit shaky, but playing dominantly. He's looking fantastic. My bet selection for the game, yes, Jacksonville may have beaten Atlanta. I can't trust the Jaguars. I can't trust Trevor Lawrence. And to be fair, if you stack both teams up, Buffalo have got the far better roster. So at the time of recording on Wednesday, my pick, bet number 5, Jacksonville Jaguars at the Buffalo Bills, is the Buffalo Bills minus 5.5. Bet number 4 sees the New York Giants travelling to the Miami Dolphins. Firstly, the visiting team, the Giants, are a mess. The stat come out that they've only led for 23 seconds this year. That was obviously coming back against Arizona, where they were down quite massively at halftime. And they've been absolutely battered in the other games. As a Giants fan, if you're listening out there, are you concerned? Are you worried about Daniel Jones? Is he going to be your franchise back, or are you going to be looking to get a quarterback next year's draft? Please let us know in the comments down below. Home team Miami, they got humbled against the Bills. They were in it towards just before half-time, and then Josh Allen and the crew just kicked on turbo. They didn't have an answer for it. Brought him down to earth a little bit, but, it's not easy going to Buffalo. Granted, the scoreline was quite heavy, but I'm sure Tyreek and the boys will be firing this game. But my selection for this game, at time of recording on the Wednesday, the Giants plus 11. Now, yes, they've been, shout out to Dallas, they were smashed by Seattle, San Fran. But you got to give them 11 points. They're not a disastrous franchise in terms they have got some playmakers. And if Barkley comes back, that's going to be a concern for the Dolphins. And I'm not fully sold on the Dolphins D. So I do think Miami will win, but I really believe that the Giants will cover this one. So bet number 4, New York Giants and the Miami Dolphins. It's New York Giants, at time of recording, plus 11. Bet number 3 sees the Cincinnati Bengals traveling to the Arizona Cardinals. Cincy fans, are you listening? Are you concerned? What is going on? The Joe Burrow injury surely affecting this. He's just not looking himself. Jamar Chase, I don't think he's even got a touchdown yet. They can't move the ball. They can't stop teams. This is certainly not the Cincinnati Bengals that we all know. But I do believe that a Joe Burrow injury is really affecting this team. Arizona, on the other hand, in my opinion, have been very impressive. When people say impressive, they lost by 19 points. I don't believe it was a 19-point swing on against San Fran on the weekend. They should have had a garbage touchdown at the end to make it to 12, but they seemed like they were going back and forth. Granted, 1 or 2 possessions difference where Brock Purdy and San Fran were fantastic, and Arizona couldn't stop on the defensive side. But Joshua Dobbs is looking very, very impressive. Not any of us saw this coming, but fair play to him. At time of recording, I mean, I don't know how Cincinnati are favourites in this game. I can't trust them. I can't trust Joe Burrow. Not yet, anyway. I need to see a bit more. And is he going to be coming back to full health soon? Obviously, T. Higgins got an injury now. I'm just not convinced and I'm not sold on him. And to give me the +3 at the moment for Arizona is a steal for me. So my bet number 3 of the time recording on the Wednesday, Cincinnati Bengals at the Arizona Cardinals. My selection is the Arizona Cardinals +3. Bet number 2 sees the Kansas City Chiefs traveling to the Minnesota Vikings. Try and keep this one as short as I can. This game's going to go over. Time recording is over 53. I think both offenses are going to bloom. I think this could be a 60-point game. I reckon both teams are going to get over 28 points each, which is obviously going to hit the total. Obviously, I'd like to see Kansas be a bit more progressive in terms of their offense. They seem to be starring as of late. Yes, they beat the Bears, but I need to see sort of a get-right game here for Pat Mahomes, Travis Kelce and the crew. And the Vikings didn't have the best game against Carolina, but they dug it out when they needed to. Minnesota at home with Kirk Cousins is going to be it's going to be a problem for Kansas. And they've been getting involved in close games under 10 points, so I expect this to be another close one. I do think overall Kansas may nick it, but I'm more confident, and I'm safe to say that my bet at the time recording on the Wednesday, Kansas City Chiefs at the Minnesota Vikings, over 53 will hit. Bet number 1 takes us to the Raiders, who are hosting the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay visiting team, very, very disappointing result against Detroit. They had a slight glimmer of hope against Detroit towards the latter stages, but then probably one more possession to get back to level terms. But let's be frank, it was only brief. Detroit dominated them. Jordan Love, still there inconsistency. I'm not really convinced in him yet. But this could be a get-right game for him against the Las Vegas Raiders team, who are struggling. The fan base want Josh McDaniels out, and I totally get why. His decision-making is terrible, and they just don't look like they're playing as a team. Rumours are Devontae Adams wants to trade. To be fair, that's not surprising. Obviously, you only went there for his best mate, Derek Carr, who's obviously left now. Is Garoppolo back? I'd imagine he's back this week, but both teams aren't really flourishing at the moment. It might not be the best game on paper, but for me, I think this is a get-right game for both teams in terms to score points. I think both are going to hit easily over 20 each. So my bet number 1 for the time recording, the Green Bay Packers at the Las Vegas Raiders. Wednesday, time recording, total game points over 44.5. I believe that's certain here, but I think both offenses are going to need to start showing their fan bases what they can do. Granted, both defenses are a bit leaky too, so I think the 44.5 is a steal. So once again, bet number 1, Green Bay Packers and Las Vegas Raiders, total game points, recording of the Wednesday, over 44.5. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Please remember to like and subscribe. Always gamble responsibly, and please comment down below if you like or dislike any of my selections for the week. And as always, I will see you next week to preview week 6 and review the week 5 selection. So all the best, guys. Have a great week and enjoy your NFL. And remember to gamble responsibly.